Imagine standing on the edge of a rugged cliff in the middle of the Atlantic, the air salty and warm, and below you a crescent of sand so pristine it almost looks unreal. That's Baía do Sancho, tucked inside the Fernando de Noronha archipelago off Brazil's northeast coast. Consistently ranked among the world's best beaches, Sancho isn't flashy or overbuilt. It wins you over quietly, with raw nature doing all the heavy lifting. One of the first things that sets Baía do Sancho apart is how you get there. Access is deliberately limited, and the final approach involves descending narrow ladders through rock crevices or arriving by boat when the tide allows. This hard-to-reach factor isn't a gimmick, it helps preserve the beach and keeps crowds small. When you finally step onto the sand, it feels earned, almost like a private reward for making the journey. In terms of natural features, Sancho is a masterclass in balance. The sand is soft and pale, framed by towering cliffs covered in green vegetation. The water shifts between turquoise and deep blue depending on the light, and visibility is excellent, often stretching for dozens of meters. For swimmers and snorkelers, this beach performs beautifully. Calm seas during much of the year make it easy to float, explore rock formations, and spot sea turtles and colorful reef fish just a few meters from shore. For more active visitors, Baía do Sancho still delivers. While it's not a hardcore surfing destination, the waves can pick up seasonally, offering playful breaks for experienced surfers. Kayaking and free diving are popular too, especially because the underwater terrain drops off gradually and stays interesting without being intimidating. In simple terms, the beach works well whether you want gentle relaxation or light adventure. Design-wise, Sancho feels almost intentionally composed, even though it's entirely natural. The curve of the bay protects it from strong winds, the cliffs provide shade in the afternoon, and the surrounding rocks break up waves before they hit the shore. There are no buildings on the sand, no loud vendors, and no visual clutter. The design philosophy here is nature first, and that restraint is exactly what makes it so striking. The real unique selling point of Baía do Sancho is how untouched it feels while still being accessible enough for visitors. Strict environmental rules limit foot traffic and development, which protects wildlife and keeps the ecosystem healthy. You're not just visiting a beach, you're stepping into a carefully preserved environment where every detail, from the clear water to the quiet atmosphere, feels intentional. In the end, Baía do Sancho isn't about luxury in the traditional sense. It's about performance through purity, design through nature, and value through preservation. Whether you're a traveler chasing iconic views or someone who just wants to understand why this beach tops global rankings year after year, Sancho proves that sometimes the best experiences come from leaving things exactly as they are.